Another scholar that this happened to was another great scholar called Jadunath Sarkar, who himself, in his own words, he described historical research and writing as, quote, a way of preparing oneself for a truth that lies beyond partisan interests. Perhaps the definitive work of Jadunath Sarkar was the no-holds-barred, utter and complete expose of Aurangzeb in his majestic History of Aurangzeb is in 5 volumes. Now, what's interesting is that his involvement with India's curriculum, historical curriculum, was also opposed by left historians like Muhammad Habib, who had a very cozy relationship with the Nehru government. They also did not want any inclusion of his work on Aurangzeb because, again, they believed that this would hurt the communal harmony that existed in India post-independence. This campaign against including Jadunath Sarkar's work in Indian historical curriculum was also continued by a gentleman named Irfan Habib, who you may have heard of, who was the son of Muhammad Habib. In his scholarly work titled Agrarian System on Mughal India, Irfan Habib wrote about this subject without any reference whatsoever to Jadunath Sarkar's work, as if Sarkar's volumes just did not exist. Irfan Habib calculatedly chose only such themes which allowed him to completely reject Jadunath Sarkar's sources. Satish Chandra, another prominent historian, was a compatriot of Irfan Habib in the project of demonizing Jadunath Sarkar. And I'm sure you're familiar with at least these two names because these are both historians who have been instrumental in framing and creating the modern Indian historical syllabus. So essentially, if you think about it, hoping for a non-partisan, honest account of history from such people is like giving the 9/11 hijackers the keys to your plane and hoping them to land the plane safely. It's just not going to happen. Thus, the stage was set for rampant and wholesale historical distortions at the hands of Marxist propagandists for the next 50-odd years at all levels, from the primary school to the university. The distortions remain even as we speak. And this is unfortunately a tragic example of how history can be manipulated and subverted by those who have vested interests in either hiding or twisting the truth. It is also a shameful reflection, if I'm being honest, of how we have failed to honor and acknowledge some of the finest historians and some of the most brilliant scholars that this country has produced in the last century.